When you go to the lab to take a blood sugar test, whether fasted or random, you're taking a blood sugar test. You're not taking the glucose that is in cells. So you're actually being misled and misguided. Therefore, some of those tests are actually misguiding. This is the reason why you come back when you are at end stage. By the time you're being diagnosed of diabetes, your organs are already failing. You already have hypertension. So by the time they're doing that and telling you now it is irreversible, it's because they know they've failed your kidneys all along. Yeah, and kidneys don't rejuvenate. At least the liver does. The kidneys, even if they rejuvenate, is at a very slow rate. So imagine being diagnosed of diabetes at a stage where you are going for dialysis. But all through you've been doing a blood sugar test is normal. Now, because you've done 3 blood sugar tests and they're elevated, and now they tell you, hey, you have chronic elevation in blood glucose, you're now diabetic. And even before your doctor even asks you, that endocrinologist, before they even ask you about what you've been eating, about your lifestyle, about sleep patterns, about stress patterns, about your job, about family issues, they'll go ahead and start prescribing you medicines, metformin, insulin. And now you become a slave for a lifetime. Now you become a slave for a lifetime. So as those blood sugars go up, as you get those chronic elevated blood sugars are very toxic. Glucose is very toxic to your cells, and the cells don't like it. Only that you give it carbohydrates all the time, so they cannot process any other energy. But if you deny them carbohydrates, you get the best energy sources. Just remember that. So cells don't love glucose. They will utilize glucose, but they don't love it because it's toxic on higher levels. But they appreciate ketone bodies because these are the best energy sources for your brain and your body cells. Okay? So now, as those sugars keep going up in your system, as you continue feeding the disease by eating those snacks, eating those cakes, drinking that soda, eating those bananas. And I saw some other lady who is actually a doctor trying to help ladies reverse. I don't know why she focuses only on ladies to reverse diabetes. That's actually the number one red flag, because if you're a doctor, you're serving everybody. You cannot only help ladies to lose weight. You cannot only help ladies to reverse diabetes. Who do you want to help? The men? Who do you want to help? The children? So that is red flag number one. Red flag number two, I saw her saying that if you get fruits from Kisii, bananas from Kisii, or pineapples from Kisii, those are the best pineapples that she has ever consumed. And if you're diabetic, you're not supposed to be told to drop those fruits. Simply go and eat fruits from Kisii. Now, do you know how many people who follow her? About 10,000, I guess. Yes. And those 10,000 are actually desperate to get information. So they run to Kisii and order. They even send their cousins to Kisii to go and bring those bananas for them. Then they eat these bananas. What they don't know is they are feeding the fatty liver. They just get the fructose and their livers become fatty. And now, of course, she created that to create a client base. That's what you didn't see, the bigger picture. The bigger picture is, of course, I'm here helping ladies because they are desperate. And most ladies are emotional. So if I give them something that they can relate to, they will follow me. And then when they follow me, I feed them the bad diets. They will come back as clients. I am here to survive. So stay warned with such doctors. There's another one on X, formerly known as Twitter. Another doctor from Nigeria, I think, goes ahead on a platform that has about 53,000 followers and posts that hunger is actually toxic to your brain. And the first organ to be affected when you are hungry is the brain, because it will lack glucose. And when it lacks glucose, it starts to die. That's the most misguided statement ever. These are the same statements that your relatives are told. That if you fast, if you're diabetic, your body will go into hypoglycemia. You will faint. Now, when you're told that, hey, anytime you've taken that metformin and your blood glucose are going down, anytime you take that sulfonylurea, or anytime you inject yourself with that insulin and you get your blood sugars are going down, nobody's talking about the side effects of insulin. Nobody's talking about the side effects of those sulfonylureas, because their major side effect is hypoglycemia. Metformin is the only one that does not cause hypoglycemia, but the others cause hypoglycemia. So nobody's talking about that hypoglycemia caused by the side effects of diabetes medicines, but they are quick to tell you, go and eat, go and snack, because if you don't snack, you'll go into hypoglycemia. So they know what they're doing. They actually know that those drugs will cause you hypoglycemia, but they are not talking to you about the side effects of the drugs. They want to demonize you not eating. They want to demonize fasting so that they can market the agenda of the big pharma. So it's saying your brain will be affected, and you can even end up getting ischemic stroke. I'm looking at this doctor, I'm saying, yeah. Why did you sit in a biochemistry class, young man? Why did you do that? If at all you can come out and interpret these concepts this way, how about somebody who has never sat in a biochemistry class and is listening to you? The 53,000 people who are following you will actually follow the same. And they end up even fainting because of the insulin therapy, the dose that is high in insulin. But you will never blame the insulin. You will blame did he eat? No, he did not eat. Yes, that's the reason why he fainted. And that's the reason why you're told to take the diabetes medications after eating. Use your common sense. Sometimes put intellect aside and use your common sense. Like, why would you tell me to eat and then take these diabetes drugs? Because you know my blood sugars will misbehave, so I need a diabetic drug to bring them down. That is criminal. Anyway, the reason why this channel exists is because you will have a third eye, so you'll be seeing these things from very far. You will see them from far. As they mention them, you're already seeing them. And you start questioning them. And of course, they will get angry. And they'll tell you, you must be a follower of Dr. Lewis. That guy hates us. That guy does not know what he's doing. Instead of them just bringing on a debate, they will tell you, that guy does not know what he's saying. No, ignore him. He doesn't know what he's saying. But secretly, they are watching my videos.